Technology addiction, Melih, stage is yours.
The technology is one of the most powerful gadgets that will take the humanity to a better future. Nowadays, technology is used in many areas by the people. It is wrongly used today, even though it's very useful if used correctly. So, what did I mean by saying wrong usage? Let's take a look together. Humanity has developed technology that will make our lives easier, but nowadays, we don't use it as a gadget. It became a necessity for us. This wrong usage affects people both psychologically and physically. For example, violence is seen in children who play violent games on the internet. And also because of the time we spend on the tools such as computers, there are some situations like vision problems, radiation intake, obesity risk, sleep problems, and waste of time. Let's start with radiation intake. Every type of electronic gadgets that we use contains radiation. The most important thing is using less technology. Much research has been done on the effects of radiation on human health. Some researches show that radiation intake causes people die, and some of them show that radiation intake causes problems in brain activities. Almost all of the technological products work with electricity. All electronic tools create an electromagnetic field. These tools cause magnetic disorder in the human brain. In the long run, this magnetic disorder in the brain leads to the death of brain cells and the loss of the functions of some organs in the ear. This can cause consequences such as loss of sense and balance disorders. Bluetooth devices, wireless products, televisions, etc. that we use in our daily lives have a negative effect on the human body and chemistry according to the amount of magnetic fields that they create. As a result, the more we use the electronic gadgets, the more radiation we will have. Now, I have some news about radiation intake. A 47-year-old woman who lives in China played with a mobile phone throughout the 20-hour train journey. When the journey has finished, the woman couldn't speak and move. Upon this, an ambulance has come to take the woman to the hospital. The 47-year-old woman got healthy again after a 3-hour surgery. And a 21-year-old woman who lives again in China played with her mobile phone for too much that she went blind. And in a cafe, again and again in China, a teenager got his legs paralyzed after playing video games for 20 hours without any breaks. As we know, spending a long time with computers, televisions and like is very harmful for human body. And also we shouldn't forget that this is a waste of time. According to the 213 data, all over the world, people spend an average 2 hours for just social media. Isn't it too much? According to these data, Brazil is at the top of the list with spending an average 4.3 hours in a day. And this is interesting. Germany, France, Japan, where technology has so developed are at the bottom of the list. Nowadays, it is stated that the use of internet is 3 times more than the duration of TV usage. If you look at the result, people spend most of their time by using internet. Sometimes, this addiction can cause to forget to sleep. Is it interesting? Unfortunately, this is true. Some of us forgetting to sleep while playing a game. Let's take a look at the effects of technology on sleeping. Technologic devices cause insomnia on people. If there are devices such as phones, televisions, tablets on where we sleep, these devices spread radiation, and because of the radiation that the devices spread, people couldn't sleep well and wake up often. Besides, video games and games on phones remind us themselves when we are sleeping and encourage us to play them, not to sleep. And the last subject is vision problems. A lot of people have eye problems because of the technology. The main reason of these problems is, of course, using excess technology. We could forget ourselves when we use it. Did you know that the number of blinking is decreasing 75% when we use too much television, computers and light? Because we look at the screen constantly, we can suffer burning, redness, blurred vision and even short blindness in the eyes. In addition, headaches can occur due to the radiation that the devices emit, such as phones, after overusing them. So as you see, the use of technology can create serious effects such as headaches and visual problems. Now, I tried to explain the disadvantages of technology. Of course, it has many advantages, but I want to attract attention that we must use the technology without any addiction. Before I finish my talk, I want to mention about one of the Kemal Sayar sayings. Love needs 5 senses. Digital world prefers the visual one, but we shouldn't confine ourselves to only that. We should smell, touch, hear and see. When appropriate, we should taste. We can't send a hug by an email. We can't wipe away a tear by a Facebook message. We can't lean on our beloved one's shoulders by Twitter. We need reality. We need a touching hand when we put our hands. We need affectionate eyes when we look at them. Even if it doesn't give us fake Victoria medals, the reality is better. Thank you.